You're watching Metropole Television. My name is Simba Elijah Charles Kiege. This is Business AM. We are at the tail end of the show where we tell you exactly what is happening in different sectors and industries within the economy. Now, let's talk e-commerce therefore today. Remember, you can join us live on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Metropole TVKE. Now, when we talk about the numbers of internet penetration in Africa, we could be talking at about 45% of the people in the continent are actually connected to the internet. But now, if you pretty much bring it to this other side of Africa, that number just comes down to 26.5%. These numbers have been increasing, and so when we're talking about e-commerce, it pretty much relies on the penetration of the internet. Now, challenges around this have been expensive internet. Number two, high delivery costs that have noted as being the biggest challenging factor to e-commerce businesses that have forced some of them to go into crowd-based sourced delivery services. But that has not stopped entrepreneurs from actually getting into e-commerce, as now e-commerce is touted to be the biggest advent of the century, or has been since we're talking about 2020. This morning, we are joined by Loise Kamanu, CEO, Modest Collections. How are you doing?
I'm great. Thank you for having me.
Welcome to Metropole TV.
Thank you so
much. All
right,
let's begin it from a very simple perspective, therefore. Yeah. Tell me more about Modest Collections.
So Modest Collection was started back in 2016.
Yes.
Then I used to sell items online using Facebook, Instagram, and marketing in what we call Masoko in Facebook.
Yes.
But with time, I started experiencing a problem. Delivering my products from my store, then I didn't have any shop or office.
Yes.
Delivering from my point A to the client, it used to take so much time because I was using normal boda guys.
Yes.
So after many disappointments, I decided, you know what, it's time I find a solution.
Yes.
Yeah.
I just wanted to start from your challenges, and I beg your pardon. Your name is Kamnu.
Yes,
Kamanu. Wow. All right, but it's so close to that.
Yeah,
anyway,
no problem.
So now, I just wanted to start from the basic challenge that you faced, especially when you were delivering your products through the normal boda guys. What was this challenge?
Mostly time. A client will give you time. Maybe I'm leaving the house by 12. I need it delivered.
Yes.
So you give the boda guy, he'll switch off his phone because he has other errands, prioritizing his other errands as compared to yours.
Yes.
Another thing, damage of goods. Sometimes he's gone, fallen the item. You know, he does not value the item because it's not his anyway at the end of the day. So time being a challenge, number one. Number two, the goods getting there not in good condition. Number three, the customer service. They're not trained in a way that they'll handle the customer experience and the customer will actually come back. Because when you're doing online, this person meeting your client, that's your contact person.
I see that.
So if they don't handle your customer well, the customer may not come back.
Yes.
So I thought, you know what, it's time to change the game.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a talk about exactly what you started doing. What you said, let me abandon the normal boda delivery service and start my own delivery service.
Yeah.
What is the first thing that you thought about? And let's talk about your seed capital therefore. When you said, let me start a delivery service, what was the first thing that you had to do?
So the first and foremost thing is obviously you need money to buy that boda.
Okay.
You don't have the capital because you're a startup. Where can you remove over 100K to get a boda?
Yes.
I approached the bank. It's never easy for SMEs. From then even till now, it's never easy.
Yes.
I pushed the bank till they told me, you know what, let's give you a maybe. So they funded my first boda.
Yes.
Till then, it's been a journey.
Isn't it? All right.
Yeah.
So when you're talking about funding your boda, is it a must therefore for somebody who thinks about starting a delivery service, means of transport seems to be the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. And why boda as well?
Boda
Someone would like to think of you could have gone for a bigger modes of transport, maybe for volumes and all that.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to start with a boda?
You have to start small.
You have to start small.
You have to start small. And that's one thing I've seen, especially the young people.
Yes.
We're not ready to start small because we want the fame, people to think that you're doing well, which is very wrong. You should start small, learn the game. You can't learn the game once you just come in at once.
Yes.
When you start small, you have to grow organically. So
Yes.
you have to give yourself time to grow organically. Yeah.
All right. Now, e-commerce has been touted to be the biggest thing in Africa, but they're saying that we don't have the numbers yet if you compare exactly what is happening in the other parts of the continent, like Europe now, where e-commerce is the main thing. We're talking about bigger platforms like Alibaba, Amazon and all that, that are really setting the pace when it comes to e-commerce. And for you now, do you find that the internet is a big challenge you're facing when you're coming up with your delivery services?
Yeah, it is actually. I think the problem we're having as Africa and more so as Kenya, we need investors. You see, like these apps for delivery, they're very expensive. So you need investors to come in to your dream, and in Kenya, we really don't have that for now. We really don't have that. So anybody to hold you behind, especially our government, and empowering other even mentors in the government to help us grow this e-commerce, we really don't have that here in Kenya. It's very, very difficult. I'm
coming back to talk on exactly how your delivery service operates, but I just want us to talk about the major challenges that e-commerce in Africa has faced now. There's this culture for most Africans that are gonna go there, shop, touch the product, talk with the seller, and then take it home. Are you finding yourself facing that challenge, that you find most people really would not trust the delivery service just because of the scams and pretty much would want you to deliver it by yourself? Isn't it? Are you finding that as a challenge?
From where I stand up, being that I have experience being an online seller, selling commodities online, that's something I've experienced a challenge. Someone will think that you want to steal from them. We have so many con men. So the advice that I give, make sure once you start an online shop, get a till number. That way, it has your business name. So our client can buy the confidence. So all you need to do, it's very hard to buy online sometimes, also quality. A customer is afraid, if I buy an item, will it be of good quality? In terms of delivery, someone will be like, if you take my item, will you get lost with it? So they're giving you a fair share. So we have to find different ways where we can gain the trust from the customer.
Yes, we're still talking about exactly how you operate. I just wanted to mention one thing. You won an award last year, the Business Awards. I just want to know exactly what that has placed you as a business now, as we talk right now.
So last year we had a few achievements. One being what you mentioned, the Business. And we also won the Women in Business, Top Women in Business, under Transport and Logistics. This has really given us confidence, especially in the customers. Once someone sees that you've actually won something, they gain the trust. So it actually has added a lot of business to us, a lot of network, and a lot of opportunities that you'll actually see this year. There are so many things I'd like to implement.
All right, let's therefore talk about how you're now positioning yourself in the market. I just want to know who your target client is, and are we going to see you move into a delivery service for even the bigger e-commerce platforms like Amazon and Alibaba?
And I think we can rephrase where we started from. The future is bright. I said saying by that. The future is really bright. And some of the things that I'd like to put in place, finding an online platform where people can have a live tracking of your good, wherever it's going to come from. And also another thing I'm looking into this year, and I'm trying to think because there's so many trying to jot one out.
It's still early in the year, isn't it?
It's very early, but there's so many things that I'd like to put in place. I'd also like to see how I can incorporate other border guys, because people have actually been asking me, if I have my own border, how can I come into your platform? So I'm also trying to look into ways how I can accommodate other people, but train them, because training is what I'm key about. Training these riders and changing the perspective of Kenyans that border riders are very rowdy.
One of the other challenges that actually everybody's talking about when it comes to delivery services is getting the right markup price for delivery. Because here's the thing, we are offering a service, but remember, this client has already paid for this product. And so when it comes to the end part of that service, just pricing, have you gone around just understanding the best pricing for your service? And do you expect it that once you probably get more transport mechanisms in it, are you going to make it go up or revise it downwards?
So what has been happening ever since the time that we've been in the business, right now as we're speaking, we have a new rate card that we've actually subsidized the prices.
Just before you continue, what really advises your subsidies when it comes to prices? Because everybody would like to think, everybody's talking about a tough operating environment in 2020. So everybody's talking about you gotta take your prices up. What advice is your subsidies?
Right now, the competition.
Yes.
You have to look at your competitors.
Yes.
You have to learn what they're doing. I also source from other companies because there's a lot of competition right now. So I source from them, understand their rate card, understand their pricing, because you don't want to chase away the customer. So number one, looking at your competition.
Yes.
That is the key thing that will determine the price that you're going to put.
Yes. Talking about competition, Ms. Kamanu, we do have international companies that have actually come to take center stage when it comes to delivery services in the country. Are you forced to sort of, I mean, we will call them the big boys when it comes to the delivery service, because we do know they have the might and the capital to actually come in and take center stage. Are you forced as a local company, therefore, to sort of follow exactly what it is they're doing? Or are you at a position where you are looking at exactly what they're doing, and since you're locally based, therefore, you give your sort of services a local treatment?
By now, I'm giving it a local treatment.
Yes.
Because once they come in from outside, they have other pooled resources that you may not afford per now, especially as an SME. You don't have so much funding. So the moment that you don't have much pool, your prices can't be small.
Yes.
So the smaller your pool, the higher the prices.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, what makes you different? The service that you render, the professionalism that you give, those are the things that will make the client choose you over the other companies.
Yes. One of the areas in which also e-commerce has been also criticized in the country, or more so in Africa, is the way in which we don't want to think about expanding. Making your company move from a local-based company to a regional company. Since we're talking about e-commerce, I mean, you could be anywhere if you really want to deliver for somebody in Nakuru or Mombasa or Kericho or even Tanzania, as we speak right now. Are you also looking into those areas, and what really is advising your steps that you're taking, especially when you're thinking about expanding?
Yeah, I'm actually thinking of expanding.
Yes.
There's an earlier interview I had mentioned that we're looking into moving, especially to Thika.
Yes.
This is determined with the demand. The more you're in the market, the more you're learning. So people, you'll understand the queries that are coming in more oftenly, so that will make your next decision, especially in expanding.
Yes.
But especially the e-commerce, the main problem I feel, especially in our country, is the fact that the funding, especially even for these applications, they're very, very high. But who do you look up to per now? It's very hard.
Yes.
It's very, very hard.
Yes. I also like to think that, especially when you're talking about expanding, you're limited to the areas where you like to think that these places are demographically supportive of the kind of target client that you want.
Exactly.
So are you going to tell me that the only places that you're actually looking into, especially in Kenya, is probably the major towns and cities now, when you're thinking about having your expansion model?
Yeah.
Yes.
They vary depending with the clients, because if we compare like Kiambu town, let me use it as an example.
Yes.
I find we have so many clients from there, as opposed to Thika.
Yes.
But which one is bigger? Thika is bigger as compared to Kiambu.
Yes.
So balancing on which one that you're going to go into first is a bit tricky.
Yes.
Because they all have different interests and different tastes.
Yes.
But you have to pick one and run with it.
You mentioned about, because this is also another thing that everybody's talking about when it comes to e-commerce. You mentioned about proper training of your delivery persons.
Exactly.
What is the specific training that you're talking about? Because somebody would like to imagine, as long as I have transport and somebody can go call other people and they understand locations and pins, I'm pretty much settled.
Not really. Maybe I can get into character of how we do it.
Yes.
If a rider calls you from Modest Collections,
yes,
a normal bodaga will tell you, niko hapa chini, nimefika.
I see.
No. For ours, there's protocol that one has to follow. And there's always monthly trainings on this.
Yes.
So if you call a Modest rider, or a Modest rider calls you, hi, my name is X, a rider from Modest Collections, and I'm here to deliver your good. How do you feel about that? You feel really good as compared to niko hapa chini, I have your good.
Yeah,
you
like,
understand?
Kujia mzigo yako.
Kujia mzigo hapo, niko hapa chini.
Nilitumwa kuja.
Nilitumwa kuja hapa.
I see that.
Yeah, as opposed to us, there's a protocol of how we do it.
Yes.
There's also a protocol of how we handle the client.
Yes.
You've arrived, protocol of calling, protocol of handling the client, because see, we're handling other online sellers' products. So you need to understand, is there any cash that is going to be received?
Yes.
And number one, we don't take cash. We advocate for, do you call it e-money?
We call it e-money. Is it online money?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So we're advocating for e-money,
yes,
because it's very important for people to get here, especially the online businesses.
Yes.
It's very, very key. Even anybody who's listening right now, if you're in the online business or wanting to venture, you have to go e-money.
Yes.
Because of credibility and accountability.
Yes.
Yes.
Therefore, I know you have plans, therefore, I just want us to get into all of them. So can you paint for me, therefore, a local-based, and I'm talking about Modest Collections, therefore, a local-based delivery service that is well suited for a Kenyan who is into e-commerce. What picture do you want to paint me for Modest Collections in the next couple of years?
Hey, high standards.
High standard.
As compared to any other thing, high standards.
Yes.
From how they present themselves, not only in the call, but also in the looks.
Yes.
How things are handled, because how I've told you, boda guys have been seen actually in Kenya to be very rowdy.
Yes.
Which is I don't dispute that. They are rowdy sometimes.
Yes.
But what I see in the next 5 years, a team that knows what they're doing, a team that is handling the customer experience online, has to be top notch.
Yes.
Yeah.
I also want to talk about your clientele now. When it comes to e-commerce, people saying that there's so many options. You can actually get your product delivered, and you can get services from different persons, even locally. What is the customer behavior that you've seen for your clientele, the ones that you started with up to now? Have you seen them morph? Have you seen them stick around? Have you seen them change? Have you seen them inquire about other services from you?
Yeah.
What are their behaviors now?
So I can take you from when you approach a customer.
Yes.
I'll talk about the customers that you've told me, the ones that I've maintained over the time.
Yes.
When you approach them, they're in doubt. Will you deliver? Once you deliver, they're like, actually, you're actually doing a good job. And I can actually say out of, let's say 20 clients, maybe like one who will go away.
I say that?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what we can get.
That's exactly.
From,
so once someone tries, it's something that is getting embraced with time. It will be slow, but after pushing it for some time, people are actually embracing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finally, therefore, what advice do you have for somebody who just wants to get into delivery business in 2020?
In 2020, if you're thinking of starting, the first thing I say, do it. Don't say, let me wait for next month.
Yes.
When that kanini comes in, I'll start it. No, start now. You have to get into the game to learn the game.
Yes.
You can't learn the game from Googling it or asking Loise for advice.
Yes.
No, you have to get to the game to learn the game.
Yes.
Yes.
This morning, we were joined by Loise Kamanu, CEO, Modest Collections. Want to learn more about their services? Look for them. She's actually here. You can also get in touch to us. If you want that product delivered to you, she can actually do it. She promises great things coming in 2020. We're going to keep our tabs on exactly what they are doing over the other side. And hopefully, before the end of the year, we can bring her back again for more business lessons in terms of e-commerce, especially in delivery services. My name is Simba Elijah Charles Kege. You have been and you still continue watching Business AM. You can join us live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And the good thing about YouTube, it can actually take us a couple of minutes back. And you can also start listening and getting lessons from Loise Kamanu this morning on how you can start up and continue charting your way for success in your delivery services. I'll join you at 11, 12, and 1 for Metropole News at 1. Good morning.